Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Every Day series. Today I'm so excited to try out one of the new products that I recently picked up from Walmart, and I posted here on YouTube my huge new makeup that I found at Walmart haul, so make sure you check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But this here is one of the products that I picked up, and it's from the brand NYX, and it's the Ultimate Edit Petit Shadow Palette. And I picked this up in the color story called Ultimate Queen, and I just love all the neutral shades in here, but they had a few other color variations of this palette as well. And it only cost, I believe, $7. It's cruelty-free, and I feel like it's been a little while since I've tried out some NYX eyeshadows, so I'm excited to put a look together with this, especially because the shades in here are really like my comfort zone of shades and kind of like my go-to look I can create with these shades. But before I actually go ahead and start applying these to my eyes, I'm going to do some swatches. So I love that there's a light shimmery shade. Ooh, pretty gold. Ooh, more like a glitter. Yeah, this is more like a glitter topper, I would say. And there's a black shade. Looks pretty good. And then some matte browns as well. They all have a very nice velvety feel. Ooh, that glitter topper is really pretty. It has a few different colors of glitter in it, like gold and silver. The black, not super pigmented. Yeah, I'm actually not too impressed by the swatches. The colors definitely look pretty muted. Here you can see what those swatches look like. And I am going to test these out with and without the eyeshadow primer that I always use, which is from Urban Decay. This is the eyeshadow primer potion. And so I'll just apply this all over one of my eyes, and we'll see if this makes a difference in how vibrant the eyeshadows look, any creasing, all of that. So I just blend this all over, lash line to brow bone. And I'm going to start with the shade on the end here, using my finger to pick it up to be my highlight shade for the brow and hopefully the inner corner if it's bright enough. Yes, really pretty, like a gold shimmery shade that I think can work as a highlight. It's almost a little bit too muted, I feel like, to really show up on the lid. So highlighting seems to be like a perfect use for this, and it does a good job of highlighting, brightening these areas, brightening up the eye. I actually really like this in the inner corner. It applies nicely with my finger. Maybe not my favorite tone of highlight on me. The yellow is not necessarily my most flattering highlight shade, but it works, and maybe it'll look good with the rest of the colors once I apply them. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this brown here, this matte brown. And sometimes I do a transition shade and then I do a crease shade, but I'm just gonna use this brown for that entire area, both the crease and the transition area, and blend this up onto the brow bone as well and create that contour and dimension. This brown is coming off a bit more orange than I like when it comes to creating that contour and dimension. It doesn't give quite as much of that shadow effect, but this works. It's not the easiest to blend either, and I feel like as I'm blending, I'm losing the pigment. So I'm not crazy about this formula here. But for this crease transition area, it can be subtle, but yeah, not loving that. You really have to work at it to get smooth blending, but it's weird that the more I work it, the less pigment it has. Like, see, it's just like disappearing on my eye. Picking up some more to try and build up more pigment, It definitely seems to show up a little bit more pigmented with the primer. Without it, yeah, like I can't even get it to show up nearly as much. So with the primer versus without it, it's just like disappearing into my skin, which is weird, but I've seen this happen before with other eyeshadows that I wasn't too happy with. But okay, let's move on to another color. I'm gonna try picking up this, how would I call this? More like a beige shade, I guess, on a flat brush and applying this all over the lid because I want to go over it with that sparkly topper. But yeah, this shade, the color itself is not super visible on my skin tone, but also I feel like it's not the most pigmented, like it is also kind of muted. I like this shade though, just as like a neutral color to wear all over the lid, kind of cover up the discoloration on my eyelid as well. I feel like I have to apply so much of it though to even get coverage and like see the color on my eyelid. And I'm like, where did that crease shade even go? Oh, gosh. But now with my finger, I'm gonna pick up the topper and I'm gonna place this in the center of the lid. And that's kind of pretty, but it does just kind of look like a sheared out, slightly muted gold glitter. Like it's not really doing too much. I'm not super impressed by it. Like I wish it did more for the look. It's still, yeah, muted seems to be the perfect adjective for how these eyeshadows are performing. Yeah, and this is turning very orangey and yellow, and when I look at the palette, that's not really what I get, but on my eyes, just so orange and yellow, and I don't like when that happens. When eyeshadows just turn so orange on me, it's just not very flattering. So I'm not loving this look at all. And the black shade really wasn't too impressive, but I think I'll be able to use all shades to try them out. So I'm gonna pick up on just this like very small angled brush some of the black, and let's see if I can line the upper lash line. I'm just gonna focus it in this outer third to help lift the eye. I mean, that's fine. It definitely looks more gray than black, but it works for this purpose to kind of give more of that little cat eye effect. I mean, that does help to enhance the eye look, but it's definitely not very dark at all for a black eyeshadow. So then that just leaves this other matte brown, which I will blend along the lower lash line as that liner. Let's see how that looks. I mean, it looks fine. This one is a nice chocolate brown. I like how that lines the eye. That does look nice. Okay, so here I was able to create an eye look using all 6 of the shades, but I don't love this eye look. I actually don't really like the colors in this palette very much, and the pigment. It's just not impressive. It's a little better with the eyeshadow primer, but still I don't love it. It's not very easy to work with. Just not a palette that I even plan to really keep in my collection. This is probably a product that I will return because the formulas are not impressive. It's just not working for me. So definitely let me know in the comments down below if you've tried this out. Maybe in some of the other colorways this could be better, but this very like simple neutral palette, which seems like it should work out so easily, I'm gonna have to say is kind of a failure for me. So I'm bummed that the first product that I'm trying out from my Walmart makeup haul didn't impress me, but at least I have plenty other more products to try out, which hopefully I will enjoy more. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.